What are the top public speaking tips for introverts? Let's find out. So by the way, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out on future videos. After training the world's largest companies for the last 17 years on public speaking and presentation skills, the first thing I gotta tell you is this. If you're an introvert, you gotta accept it. You gotta accept it, you know? Actually, most people around the world are introverts. Many great actors are actually introverts. Yeah, so it's not a bad thing at all. You might feel like it when it comes to public speaking, but it's not at all. You don't want and you should not change yourself too much. Yeah, we can make some improvements to how you can become a better presenter, a better public speaker, but overall you gotta accept your nature. Number two, at the same time, you want to become a little bit more outgoing when you are presenting. Not all day, again, that would go against your nature, but when you give a presentation, when you give a speech, right, that's really, it's a land of the extroverted. They're just doing better in this land. And what you can do, of course, you keep your introverted nature, but when you give a presentation, when you give a speech, that's the moment when you become a little bit more like an extrovert. You become a little bit more outgoing. Does that make sense? Yeah, you don't change your nature, but you turn on your extroverted side a little bit more, right? We can all do that. Just to give you an example, I'm more extroverted by nature. Does that mean I have my extroverted side all the time? No, it would drive me nuts, right? It wouldn't work out. There are many moments where I have to be a little quieter, right? I cannot be talking all day long. Let's say I'm reading a book, right? You see the bookshelf over here, all the books that I've read, and I cannot be reading it if I'm outgoing and I have to keep talking, keep sharing all the time. It doesn't work. Same thing is true for you. Yeah, in a presentation, in a speech, become a little bit more outgoing. Tip number three, use your introvert strengths. Now, what are introvert strengths? The first of all, usually you're a good listener. So when you give a speech, when you give a presentation, you can share what you heard from other people around you. Extroverts are not always the best listeners, right? So that's interesting. The second thing, you're a great observer. You see things that extroverts cannot so easily see. So what did you observe, right? What's different? What's unique? You can share that in your speech. You can share that in your presentation. Also, another thing is you think before you speak. Have you ever noticed that outgoing extroverted people, they often talk and then think, and some, oops, did that come out of my mouth? You usually don't have that issue. Yeah, so also what I've noticed over the years is that many times introverts have better organized presentations, better organized speeches. These are all strengths that you want to use. Number four, practice. Practice your speech, practice your presentation before the big day comes. One thing that I've noticed over the years from introverts is their practicing involves, well, opening usually their laptop or their file, their document, whatever it might be, their script, whatever it might be, and they're reading. They're only reading, and they're reading again and again and again and again. That is not practicing. That is not rehearsing. No, you want to stand up, my friend, practice out loud. Every single speech, every single presentation, don't just read it. Practice it out loud. Practice it 2 times, 4 times, 6 times, however many times you need, depending on how important the speech or the presentation is for you, of course. True? But you gotta say it out loud. You gotta feel the words. It's not just about remembering the contents, all right? It's about how you deliver it. So you want to deliver everything, right? You want to use your voice, your gestures. If you use slides for a presentation, you want to practice the timing, rehearse it throughout, but get up and practice. Tip number 5, watch other popular introverts' communication. How do they communicate? You know, how are they interesting? Again, many actors are introverts. One great example is Keanu Reeves, right? Keanu Reeves is a great actor. Now watch his interviews. See how he makes it interesting even with his introverted nature. Another great example is Naomi Osaka. But if you watch tennis, you know her. If you don't watch tennis, that's okay. Just research and Google one time Naomi Osaka's speeches, you know, victory speeches after a match that she won, or even her interviews. She's very introverted, but she's very entertaining. She's very, very funny. And she plays to her introvert nature. Yeah, she doesn't try to change herself, become this extroverted person. No, she stays where she is and she makes it so interesting. Yeah, so watch a couple of these videos. And again, there's so many other famous people who are introverts. But watch them, learn from them, and then use what you like. So comment down below on time, what did you learn today? What are you going to do differently from now? If I haven't addressed something, let me know. What are some other challenges that you feel you have as an introvert giving a speech, giving a presentation? Yeah, by the way, guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button. And most importantly, I really look forward to seeing you for the next video.